like, playing like in a group setting or something like that is important to you. Also looking like, is this more of a social instrument, or another thing, I was actually just talking to a friend of mine. He plays in a community band. He plays trombone. So if joining a community band is something, or community orchestra, I'm not familiar with community orchestras. They probably exist. But if something like that is important to you, looking at like those kinds of instruments, or I played in the pit orchestra for a couple operas that they were doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, kind of, again, looking at like the type of music.
Right.
Sorry, I got a little rambly there.
No, you're fine. So I know you've known, and well, you still do know musicians who will play at like open mics, or will play at like small, just small places, whether it be a bar or whatever. If someone is wanting to just get their music out there and, be heard and play at these open mics or whatever, do you have any advice for them if they might be discouraged or nervous or shy?
Yeah, this is a good one, because I do tend to like, I mean, we talked before I was doing this, I was like, I'm very panicky. My heart is pounding. Like, even, and it's like, I know this is going out to other people, which is why I'm nervous, but like, it's just us. Like, I shouldn't be freaking out. But yeah, this is certainly a thing that I struggle with. It is nerve wracking to get up in front of a group, particularly when that's not something you've done before. So, and now as far as like kind of the idea of like getting your music out there, and like, I am not a professional musician.
Right.
I don't know. But as far as kind of just like playing stuff in your community and things, I would say look into open mics. There are places that have kind of like a standard schedule, like maybe every Wednesday night they have an open mic, or Friday night they have an open mic. Look into those things and go beforehand without planning on playing. Go a few times, kind of, get a feel for the vibe. Is it a friendly crowd? Is it like a group of people who are all just playing and you're not part of that group, so it might be weird,
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not that that's necessarily going to be the norm, but like, go there a few times, get used to like a little bit used to the place, see who's playing, see what types of things they play. After you kind of have a little bit of a feel for the place, picking out maybe just a song, maybe two songs. You don't have to, go crazy.
Yeah.
Even if there's other people who are playing more, like, just starting with a song and, really, practicing it a lot to the point where you feel very comfortable with it. And then, going and playing that one song, try to get other people who you're very comfortable with to go with you. So you'll feel like you have friendly faces in the room. So even if you're up there and you get nervous, trying to look at somebody you brought with you and kind of, play the song for them as though it's in your living room and you're not, nervous in front of a group of people. That's kind of the suggestion I would have. If there's someone that who also plays an instrument or sings or something like that, see if they want to do a duet or something, and then you're not up there by yourself.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and it also presents you the opportunity to meet other musicians in your community. And I know I used to attend a lot of open mics when I lived in Myrtle Beach, because I was dating a musician, and the variety of people you meet, it's all different. And there are many times where, let's say, like a band's like guitarist and couldn't make it, or somebody in the band couldn't make it, they can call on you, or have you come up and do improvise jam for 10 minutes, because some people do that at open mics. I suggest not doing it, but it happens.
Yeah, well, and that not that exactly, but that is kind of how I started singing at some different, like, you know, venues here. Was somebody who I knew who played at different, you know, bars and different, you know, festivals and things like that. He kind of had a rotating group of people, so he would sometimes play by himself and sometimes play with other people. I like sometimes I would just go and sing with him, like, you know. So yeah, being like making those connections can be a great thing.
Now, let's say somebody doesn't want to go out into the public, but so for example, I know my opinion of this, and so I wanted to ask yours. So if you're comparing, like, making a YouTube video or a video on Instagram and posting it, as opposed to going out and playing, do you think that one would help the person's skill more than... Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like I especially nowadays, and especially after, you know, like having dealt with the pandemic and the quarantine and stuff like that, somebody would be like, well, I don't want to go out into a bar. I'll just put my song on Instagram, or I'll just put my song on YouTube. And I feel that because they're not going out into that element, it's not going to be as fulfilling.
That's a really, like, kind of interesting concept. And I think it, in my opinion, playing music and performing kind of are two different skills.
Right.
And I don't want to completely dismiss putting videos out as being not performances, because I don't think that's entirely true, but it is a very different feeling to do something in front of a group, as opposed to you're just recording yourself and it doesn't matter if you screw it up, because you can just try again.
Right.
You can edit it, or you can get a phone call in the middle of it. Like, that totally didn't just happen. None of that stuff matters, and you can, just re-record and stuff. And I think also the feedback element is very different, because I have not put videos on Instagram or anything, but on that venue, like, I mean, I would like to think that my friends on Instagram are all nice people who would, like, give me little likes and be like, good job, even if they think I suck.
Right.
I would like to believe that these people are my friends and would still say nice things, even if they're like, wow, that video that they put out, I thought she actually played guitar. No, but, like, at the same, like, when you are out in a venue, like, you can see that and you can feel that, like, yeah. and that, like, on the other side, when you're doing well there, and I think so I think you really lose that feedback element, and again, just that getting used to being in front of a crowd and developing that really, like, that performance ability, because and maybe this is because I do have so much of a background in theater. I feel like these are two such different things, because you do, like, particularly in, like, on a stage in front of a live group, you need to be bigger. Like, you just, like, everything you do, it doesn't come up, it's minimized by distance, and you just need to be bigger and more commanding and develop that stage presence. And I just don't know how easy that would be to do if you're just doing videos. And that being said, you could get very good at creating really good videos, right. But I think that's a really different thing, and it kind of ultimately is going to depend on what you want to do. Like, I want to hang out in my living room and play stuff. I don't care that much about, like, going out and doing things and, I don't know, sharing my art with the world. That's never really been my goal there. So.
Well, cool. Awesome. Well, I won't keep you much longer. And with one final thing, I feel like I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question, but I feel like it's dated. Like, you know how they used to be like, what's in your CD player right now? Well, I can't ask you that. If you press shuffle on YouTube Music, what will it go to?
Probably Irish punk music or Volbeat. I went through I've listened to a lot of different genres, but I do go through like phases of different things. And I very recently was listening to a lot of like Irish punk music. I don't know why. That's what made me happy in that moment. But more recently I've been listening to a lot of Volbeat. That is kind of my standard driving. Actually, that's why I have been driving more than usual. And there is no better companion in the car than Volbeat.
Well, that's awesome. You know what? Honestly, I haven't really listened to their music, and I feel like I should have by this point, and I haven't. They're so much fun. Yeah. Well, and like I think I was telling Max yesterday, I was like, all I listen to is podcasts anymore. Like I don't like there's music that I have to listen to, which is like the artists and stuff that I deal with. But like, aside from that, like I was listening to a lot of 21 Pilots because, they're my boys, but I go through phases as well. And like right now I feel like I'm just in between and I don't know what to listen to. Like I used to listen to music in the shower and like I don't anymore because now I don't know what to listen to because all I want to listen to is podcasts, but I can't hear that from the phone sitting on the counter. I just need to get a Bluetooth speaker for the shower.
Yeah, probably. That's what I do. I have all of my Google listening devices everywhere in my house. But you should definitely give Volbeat a listen.
Awesome. I will. All right, Bethany. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on the Raffa Music Show.
Yes, thank you for having me and listening to me, pontificate on all of my thoughts about this stuff.
Oh, goodness. Well, Beth, it's been fun. Thank you very much for being a guest here on the Raffa Music Show here on Studio Blue Radio. You can hear me every Wednesday evening, 9 p.m. on the East Coast in the Nope, that's wrong. I messed it up. I can't believe that.
Oh, no.
9 p.m. in Italy, 3 p.m. on the East Coast in the United States. And if you live anywhere else, figure it out. But this has been Raffy with the Raffa Music Show on Studio Blue Radio. This has been Bethany.
Hi.
Bye, Mark.
Was I not supposed to say bye then?
I don't know. I never know how to end it. I always just like, okay, bye. And then yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Raffa Music Show by Raffaela Madaffari, only on Studio Blue Radio.